Sometimes you have to get a little creative to block the meta. A lot of times players get absorbed with trying to utilize their running back or their tight end to block these blitzes, and then when it fails, they continue to do the same thing over and over again.
What are you, an idiot?
In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a way to get pretty creative, utilize a little max protect trick that turns some pretty interesting formations into maybe viable off-meta offenses. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to get some glitchy blocking assignments from formations that otherwise would not allow you to get blocking assignments at all. Have you ever looked at an offensive formation and thought, man, this is interesting. This is something that I'd like to run, but you get into a game and it doesn't block the dollar meta, or maybe the only way to block the 3-3 meta is to maybe just block one player, which renders your blocking schemes a little conventional, or maybe doesn't allow you for diversity in your route combinations because your opponent knows exactly who's running routes and who isn't. Well, in today's video, we're going to take a look at a formation like, say, for instance, the cluster. Now, this is a formation that I have not run at all this year. In fact, I've really never run this in Madden history, but there have been players that really actually do like this formation, but it just doesn't do what you want it to do against the meta. So let's go ahead here and call a cluster play. I'm going to choose, it really doesn't matter. Let's choose a play. They're all 5 out, basically. Z-spot shake. And here we're going to choose the DB fire. Now, as we know about dollar, it's really a pain to block, right? So we can go ahead and block the running back. We can go ahead and slide protect to the right. We can ID the slot corner off the left. But there will just be times where sometimes you can occupy and then that corner comes in either way. And really, in those scenarios where you're facing somebody that guarantees pressure, you're going to be in a spot where you need somebody to be able to block as a 7th protector. So when we actually take a look at this formation, if we were to go ahead and max protect, it doesn't allow you to block anyone. Now, yes, you could, if you wanted to, motion snap Jefferson inside and just kind of snap the ball right here, and he could turn into a blocker. And that could be valuable for you to a degree, but it does kind of waste your ability to motion snap a wide receiver with the intent of setting up a route combo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share with you a little tip, and this applies to tight formations in general. If you guys run any compression style formations in the game, this trick is actually something that you can lab through and get some pretty solid success out of this. So when we go ahead and max protect, what it actually does is it allows you to motion any of these receivers across the formation, and it turns them into a blocker. In fact, you could go ahead and motion back if you wanted to as well, and they'll stay on a blocking assignment. This would also allow you to motion this receiver across, and he'll turn into a blocker. You could leave him over there if you want, which would allow you to turn your running back into a route runner. Provided, you know what the route combo is, you might be able to set up a 3-man route combo and just kind of max protect with your tight ends. But what this is really going to allow you to do is utilize those 2 inside receivers as an extra blocker in the formation. And that's really important because this is going to allow you for diversity in your route combo, as I just mentioned. So as it pertains to this particular play here, let's kind of just set up something that we might utilize the running back out on a route. So let's go ahead and utilize this here. I've motioned after a max protect. I'm going to motion back. This is going to allow me to pick up the dollar blitz without really any effort. And we can kind of utilize this motion to help with setting up 2x2 route combos, motion back to actually set up your protection. But this is really going to give you the ability to kind of set up, some simple flooding combos, right? You've got this ability here where they're going to be in a spot where they got to use a drag or you check it down. This allows you to mix in some max protect style schemes that will actually work for you as you play through this. Now let's go ahead and take this into tight, because I'm sure you guys want to know about tight. Again, we max protect. Then when we motion a tight end across, you notice how he blocks. Then we motion him back, you notice how he stays on a blocking assignment. The same can be said here with Edelman. If I motion him across, he turns into a blocker. You motion him back, he stays on his blocking assignment. I motion Jefferson across, he turns into a blocker. I motion him back, he stays on his blocking assignment. I motion Watson across, he turns into a blocker. I motion him back, he stays on his blocking assignment. It's pretty crazy, right? This allows you to really turn your play into a super max protect. Not that I would ever run this as a draw play, but you guys see that you guys have the ability to turn any of your players into blockers that you so wish. Now, this is drastically different than me motioning Watson across the tight end, putting him on a blocking assignment, and then motioning him back. You note that he turns into a hitch route if we do it that way. This is totally triggered by the max protect feature. So if I go ahead and motion him across, now he's a blocker. Then I could go ahead and motion him back. Maybe in the next example, I go ahead and motion the running back across to this side. Now I've got a very unique way to pick up dollar out of this tight formation. And we're in a spot, now granted, I haven't set up a max protect, or a route combo rather, but I still have ways to block this without even doing slide protects, ID the mics, any of that. And this is great because, of course, you know, if we're gonna go ahead and mix in maybe a little run game with this, some players do this motion either way to assist with the run blocking. And you'll frequently see this as you play against players that run trap or base or any of these run calls. They utilize these motions frequently. Well, being able to max protect before you do these motions is going to be critical for the way that you're playing in this. So again here, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and motion Watson across. He turns into a blocker. Now maybe I go ahead and put Dunn on a, I motion Watson back. I could leave Dunn on a blocking assignment. I could go ahead and motion Gronk across in this regard. Maybe now we can go ahead and block both sides. I've got, the ability to kind of just run a simple flooding combo with both sides picked up. I've got the ability to freeform that ball in against a DB fire. You see that these tight type formations afford you the ability to kind of turn these guys into edge blockers. And that's really, really key because if you remember, tight ends in this game don't really do a great job at blocking actual rushers, but these wide receiver blocking assignments don't get insta-shed the same way tight ends do. So this is going to be something that allows you to set up some pretty cool protection schemes out of tight formations in general. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.